when you evaluate this season, how do you feel about what you accomplished individually and just also with the team?
Obviously, as a team, we got what we wanted, a championship. So I feel good about that. As far as me individually, I feel like there's some things obviously that I want to work on and get better at throughout the season, but I'm not gonna put too much pressure on myself or like grade myself hard, basically, because I know I'm a rookie and I'm playing with a lot of great vets. But I feel like obviously at the end of the day, I want to get better at a lot of things. But overall, I feel like the season was a great season.
When you talk about the things that you want to get better at, is there anything you're comfortable sharing that really stands out already that you're like looking forward to working on?
Yeah, just like quicker release, getting threes off the dribble, working on my dribbling, passing, and then defense, like just perfecting my game all around.
And then last one from me, obviously you're a rookie, but you're on a team with vets, a lot of them who are voices of the league. And right now, one of the big storylines of the offseason is going to be CBA negotiations. I'm wondering what you've kind of heard from them. And then as a newcomer in the league, what are your thoughts about just the future of the WNBA and what players deserve and things like that?
Yeah, obviously, some of the vets and the older girls in the league are obviously negotiating with the CBA and what that's going to look like. I'm young and new here, so I'm learning a lot still about the CBA, but I just want our voices to be heard. I want them to hear the vets in this league and just listen to them. And I obviously want us to come to an agreement, but I'm still learning every single day about the CBA.
Thanks, Callie. We'll go Andrew.
Thanks, Scarlett. The Pride of Traverse City, congratulations on being a WNBA champion your rookie season. What was the best part of the celebrations for you? Was it Asia's tambourine? Was it any locker room celebration of champagne? What was the best part of these last 6 hours?
Um, I would have to say the locker room champagne. Like it was just fun. We were all in there. We had our coaches in there, the team, the staff. So I think just like the locker room celebration and pouring the champagne everywhere was fun.
And what was the best message that you received so far from getting this championship from family, from friends? What's been the best message and best messages that you've received so far, Leah?
I've received a lot of messages. I think just like the support from my family and friends. Obviously, they've supported me throughout this whole season. So just them loving on me and congratulating me.
Thanks and congrats.
Thanks,
Thanks.
Andrew. We'll go Nikias.
Hi, Aaliyah. Congratulations again. Wanted to ask what area of your game or just from the season overall are you most proud of?
Um, this is hard because I'm kind of a perfectionist and hard on myself a little bit. Um, I would say like I'm proud of like how physical I was and like I know like some teams they go after the rookies and I feel like I kind of held my own most of the time or I didn't try to make the same mistake twice. So I think that's something that I'm proud of, just like holding my own and my ground, I guess.
Got you. Then last one for me, related to that, because you were getting some pretty tough defensive assignments earlier in the season. Like, what were those conversations like between you and Becky?
Obviously Becky and the whole team, like they trusted in me and it's not going to be easy, especially as a rookie. And I think just continuing to work on my defense and then wanting those matchups and not backing down from them.
Got you. Thank you.
We'll go to Jordan.
Hello, Jordan from Television Network. So, starting with Aaliyah, congrats on winning a championship. So, just talk about what's some advice you've gotten, whether that's from Becky or any of the players on your team that's really stuck by you in order to help you grow better as the season went by and heading into the off season.
Just some advice like continue to stay in the gym, continue to I think work on my mental game or mental like my mind a little bit more, just being stronger mentally, like being more confident, working on like next play mentality. If I miss a shot, just don't care about it and shoot the next one. If I miss 10 in a row, continue to shoot. Like I think mentally is something that I can work on in the off season and something that they've told me.
And then just one more question. Just talk about what was it like going against your college teammate Sarah Ashley Barker during the season.
I mean, it was fun. I'm so proud of her. I'm glad, happy for her. She's had a really good season, and I know she's gonna just continue to get better. And it's just cool to see someone that I played with in college, in the league, because there's not many of us from Alabama. I don't even know if there's any besides us two, but I think it's just really cool, just to see her grow. And I can't wait to watch her in the future too.
Thank you.
Last two, we'll go Jasmine. Jazz.
Hey, congratulations, by the way. So you're doing AU this upcoming season. What is something you're looking forward to in that season? And what's something you looking to bring back for next season in a W?
Something that I'm looking forward to is just getting better, like working on things out there. I know it's not much of like a very like the WNBA where you're on a team and it's structured. Like there's different teams that you play on, different people that you play with. So I think just getting out my comfort zone and doing things and working on things, whether that's defensively or offensively, and then obviously just meeting other people in the W or just like who play overseas. I think just making connections and becoming friends with them. And then that's something that I'm looking to take back here. Is just things that I've worked on offensively and defensively in that league.
Thanks, Jazz. We'll go last one, Jonetta.
Congrats, Aaliyah, again on the championship. Just talking about your mental again. What do you feel like you mentally? How do you feel like you mentally grown throughout the season? Your minutes kind of decreased down the stretch, but being able to hear the language, being able to be around those veterans, how do you feel you mentally were able to grow within yourself?
Yeah, I mean, just listening to the way they talk, how they competed in the finals and the playoffs, is something that I'm taking with me. And I think it's very helpful just watching them and how they do things. And then obviously, when I felt like I could do better, I was hard on myself. I think I just continue to get in the gym and keep working on my game. So I think I grow mentally by like not giving up basically, or not continuing to work. So I think I just grew like stronger mentally, just continue to come in and put in the work and then just waiting for my time, basically staying ready.
Thank you.
All right, thanks, Aaliyah.
Let the celebrations continue.
Induced.
Alrighty, we have lists here. We'll start with in-person questions and then we will go to Zoom.
What is it about Becky's coaching that makes her stand apart from other coaches been around? I think she just has a great balance of knowing how to push her players and then just always motivating you and always telling you, all the positive things. I think sometimes a lot of coaches they forget that you have to have that balance or you'll lose your players. And I think Becky does a tremendous job at always just building everybody up regardless of the situation.
So when she does have to get hard on someone, having that goodwill, or I guess you call it, that's really what makes the difference, right?
Yeah, not for sure. Especially for me, I feel like I have to have like a great balance with a coach because I've been with coaches where it's like the negative can seem a lot more barren than the positive. So just being here and just her having so many great things to say and also knowing how to push me in certain ways, I think that's been a big push in my career.
All right, we'll go to Nikias on Zoom. Nikias.
Hey, NaLyssa, congratulations again. I
Thank
had
you.
two, if that's okay.
Yeah, sure.
One, I remember asking you earlier in the season just what part of your defense you were most proud of. Wanted to ask you about your off-ball defense in particular. A lot of big impact plays for you during the postseason in particular. Just what has that process been like growing defensively in that area?
I feel like just trying to get my team more and more possessions. I like to, do like the dirty work, try to get on the floor, cause a lot more jump balls, get some blocks here and there when I can. So I feel like those are just things that, like in the back of my head, I've been trying to, be better at.
Got you. And then second one, going back to the trade, if that's okay. When you were in the process of that and eventually landing in Vegas, were there other teams also reaching out, or was that just a Vegas conversation?
I have no idea. That's like my agent. My agent didn't really tell me too much. He just said I was going to Vegas, and that was it.
Got you. Thank you.
Of course.
All right, we'll go to Callie.
NaLyssa, congrats. I wanted to also, I guess, ask about the trade. Something that Nikki Fargas mentioned to me when you were first acquired by the Aces was that she viewed you as like a long-term addition, even though, things are uncertain with the offseason. I'm wondering, maybe after having exit interviews, what do you think that that will look like, and what does it mean to kind of know that you have a future, I guess, with the Aces?
It feels great. I love the, like the stability, knowing that I could be somewhere for a long time and not having to, keep getting up and changing environments and learning new cultures and stuff like that. So, I mean, it kind of just takes some weight off your shoulders to hear just how much, you're valued and appreciated in a program. So it's great for me.
And then also, I have to ask about this. It seems like you and maybe like Kierstan Bell and Dana Evans are three of the most like socially active, or like most active on social media that I've seen
Right.
after the win. And can you maybe just shed some light on what it's been like to maybe be doubted or criticized or whatever, and now to be a champion?
I feel like the three of us are, the main people that kind of got a lot of heat, whether that was on other teams we were on or the team that we're on. I feel like we kind of were counted out. So, when you win a championship, this is your time to, just, pop it a little bit and tell everybody like, how you feel a little bit. I'm not gonna get too carried away because it takes care of itself being a champion. So happy about it.
Was there, oh, sorry.
Go ahead, sorry.
Okay. Was there like a criticism or something that really stood out to you that you carried with you and that, you feel even, I don't know, maybe more vindicated about, or was it just in general a lot of noise? Like can you shed some light on?
I mean, it was a lot, whether it was slow, can't move, not mobile, uh, don't play the same as she used to, can't rebound, can't score, this, that, and the third, don't make a free throw. So, who cares, this, that, but still a champion. So moving on.
Thank you so much.
Welcome.
All right, now we'll let Andrew.
Thanks, Carly. Liz, congratulations on being the champion. Have you had a chance? No, no doubt. Have you had a chance to sleep in the last 72 hours with this whirlwind?
I slept last night, thank God, but we got a big week to plan for, so these couple of days are gonna be my sleeping days. But when Friday hit, it's up.
Especially with the vibe at the Raiders game yesterday that y'all enjoyed. Talk about getting the full love there and just your bond so far with Nikki Vargas, with how she made that trade to believe in you, wanted you, and how you added towards being a championship team now.
Well, yeah, the Raiders, that was my first football game I ever been to because I don't really watch football. So, it was a great experience, just to go to a game in the city and stuff like that and get to see, up close and personal, and just the hospitality. They took great care of us and, bought us stuff out and stuff like that. So it was a great experience. And yeah, Nikki, I feel like I'm forever gonna be thankful for her, getting me out of the situation I was in, and just, being that first person to really like believe in me and make it happen. So I feel like she's a huge part to this whole thing, and like I said, I'm forever grateful for her.
Thanks.
Last for you, we'll go Jazz.
Hey Liz, congratulations.
Thank
I
you.
got two questions for you. The first one, I just want to piggyback because you came to Vegas, the Aces fans, the coaching staff, you've been embraced so much, and just talk about how you feel about the love and being embraced here.
I feel like it's great. When you have so many people surrounded by you that just support you, it's so much easier just to do your job. Every time I get on social media or go to the store or walk around, like it's just so many people that, just tell me how much they appreciate me and how happy they are that I'm here. And so when you hear stuff like that, like I said, it just makes you want to go harder.
And then the second question, what are your personal goals heading into the off season?
Um, just to get in shape, get stronger, tweak my shot a little bit, work on post game, extended dunker, stuff like that.
Thank you.
Yep, thank you.
Thanks, Jazz. We'll go Jordan.
Hello, Jordan from Television Network. Congrats on winning a championship, Liz. So it felt like you coming to Vegas was a full circle moment because you're from Texas. You watched Becky play, and she's someone that spoke highly of you even before you got there. So just talk about the relationship that you guys built and the confidence she instilled in you throughout this season.
Yeah, I think it's crazy because, like, I always tell this story, but I used to see Becky play for the Silver Stars, and I used to always go to those games. So, like you said, it's just a full circle moment. I would have never thought I would have played for her like a day of my life, but when I got traded to Vegas, it was the best thing that happened to me, and I'm so blessed to be coached by someone that has that type of caliber, like a Hall of Fame coach, and just the way she believes in her players and the way she pushes her players is something that I needed, and I feel like she's gonna be like the huge turning point for my career.
Thank you, and congrats again.
Thank you.
Last one, Jametta.
Liz, two questions if I can ask. First one is to talk about the grace you gave to yourself when you learned that you were being traded to Las Vegas, and just talk about how you mentally processed all of that with not getting too down on yourself.
Yeah, I was never really I wasn't too sad about the trade. I was just sad about how it happened. Just kind of how it came out of left field. I really didn't know I was gonna be traded. But at the end of the day, it was a blessing in disguise, and it was the best thing that happened for my career. And I feel like it was just hard being from Texas. Also, it's just I had so much support, and my family was able to come to a lot of games. They were driving up every week, so that was kind of like the biggest balance and the biggest change. In that aspect, but coming to Vegas has been the biggest blessing.
And then second question is, how much have you measured your success of maturing, right? We saw you kind of grow up on the court in your game and personally. How much did this ACES organization being surrounded with such positive energy help that for you?
Yeah, it was huge. Like I said, when you're playing with teammates that believe in you and push you and tell you when you need to go harder and tell you when you need to do this, like it's easier just to want to be better and want to do better for yourself. And from a staff standpoint, even the coaches, like they always been in my corner, always texting me, always sending me clips and stuff like that to help me out. So all you got to do is just go out there and do your job at the end of the day, because you have so many people just helping you.
Sorry, Sophia, I didn't see your hand. Last one, I promise on Zoom.
Last one.
Sorry.
All good. Thanks. Thanks, Carly. Hi, NaLyssa. Congrats again on the championship.
Thank you.
I have two quick ones for you. The first one, what's the biggest growth that you've seen within your game, from the start of the season until now? And then also in that same kind of vein, from a personal standpoint, what's the biggest thing that you've learned about yourself this season?
I could kind of answer both for one, but probably just not getting too high or too low. I feel like there was a lot of times in my career where I didn't have a game that I wanted and I would let it kind of sit on me for a little bit. But I feel like just having to move on and flip that page so quick, because it's like, you're playing with great players. So it's like at the end of the day, you don't want to let yourself down and you don't want to let your team down too. So I feel like it's just a different motivation when you're playing with great players. It just pushes you to want to be better.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Liz.
Enjoy the parade.
For sure.
Time's not, it's totally okay. You sure?
And just the greatest game yesterday, all the way to now.
I mean, we've been having a ball, I'll tell you that. Um, from Friday to what's today? Monday? I don't know what day it is. I mean, we've been doing everything. We've been having a good time. Went to the football game yesterday, celebrated. Yeah, I mean, we've been kicking it. Tired now. I think we done kicked it enough, but the parade ain't till Friday, so still
And you still got that energy to still probably get through the whole week with that. I want to ask you, because Game 4 had the moment that a lot of people talked about when they saw the Gary, Indiana of you, when NaLyssa Thomas tried to do NaLyssa Thomas things, and you had the very famous quote that you said that definitely a lot of people were entertained with. You talk about just once again showing, no matter who's against that, you're still gonna play with that Gary pride that you was in.
Mhm. I think that's just, I mean, I've always played with a chip on my shoulder. I've always been counted out. So I take everything, on the shoulder. Like I feel like everybody comes at me because I'm 5'6" or whatever on a good day. They try to like attack me or try to think that they can punk me because I'm smaller, but I am from Gary again, and I'm not scared, and I'm not ever gonna back down. Like I love a challenge, and yeah, I'm always gonna stand my ground, period.
Appreciate it.
All right, we'll go to Caius.
All right, Dana, congratulations again. Two quick ones from me. One, what area of your game are you most proud of from this season?
Uh-oh. You went out, sorry.
Oh, are we good now?
Yeah, I think you just repeat the last part of your question.
Okay. Which area of your game are you most proud of from this season?
Most proud of, I would say, that's a tough one. I would say like towards the end of the whole playoffs, I feel like I shot the three ball pretty consistent. Catch and shoot was pretty a high percentage, and I think I've had in this playoffs, I think I had my best percentage, field goal percentage, 3-point percentage, and free throw percentage. So I was really proud of that, just being consistent throughout the whole playoffs.
Got you. And then last one for me. Sorry if you've been asked this already, but playing in Unrivaled this off season, what went into the decision, and what are you planning on working on while there?
Mm-hmm. I first of all, I just love hooping, so I knew I was gonna go play somewhere. I didn't know if I wanted to do overseas because of the strain on the body and how much I'll be playing, and it's just too much. Because I got to get some stuff taken care of with this knee. But yeah, Unrivaled, I feel like I'm gonna love it there because it's a lot of space, it's 3-on-3. I can showcase my skills. I feel like getting downhill, pull-ups, and being able to attack the basket, just showing different aspects.
Got you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, you guys. We'll go Noah Dalzo. Noah, okay, there you go.
Hi, I'm Noah Dalzell with SB Nation. And I just wanted to ask you about, first of all, game one, now that it's passed and you had that massive performance in the finals. Like, is that something that you're still thinking about, just in the scheme of how you guys were able to get this sweep? And how do you kind of process the fact that on the brightest stage in basketball, you had such a big time performance?
Honestly, I'm blessed and grateful for that. But I'm still just on a high from just winning the championship. Like, obviously, I'm happy that I showed up in game one and was able to help. But I wouldn't say that's something that I'm still just really, really thinking about. Just being a champion is what I wanted to do this whole year. So that's the most important part for me.
And then when you joined the Aces, was that the end objective? Was that the primary goal for you, was to be sitting here today knowing that you guys won a title?
For sure, yeah. Winning a championship is why I was so excited about coming here as well, just playing alongside great players, having space, being able to be myself, be Dana within the system. I feel like it was a perfect fit for me on and off the court.
Thank you.
We'll go Callie.
Dana, congrats. I got to ask a follow-up though. You mentioned something with your knee, and I know that that was something that you were dealing with, kind of early in the preseason. Is there anything that you can share about, what's going on with your knee?
I mean, it was bothering me the whole season. I didn't finish the season in Turkey because of my knee. We've just been going back and forth with um, doing treatments and just taking care of it and managing it as much as we could without like a surgical procedure or whatever. But I don't know. I might have to get surgery on my knee, but I'm gonna see and just keep praying on it and see what happens. I'm gonna go and get my MRI again and kind of talk with some doctors and get some other opinions.
Wow. Thank you for that information. And then also just wanted to ask about NaLyssa Smith kind of mentioned that you, KB, and herself kind of bonded, I guess, through maybe being counted out or just the subject of criticism or outside noise. I'm wondering what that experience was like for you to maybe be able to lean on them, or just what that looked like throughout the season.
Yeah, I mean, especially me and Liz, I know we had last year, we went through a lot with whatever situation we were in and whatever it was. It was very challenging, but I saw the things from NaLyssa and I saw stuff with also KB as well and people counting us out. But I think that was just adding fuel to our fire and motivating us more, but it also allowed us to grow closer together and lean on each other more, and just uplift each other. I was just always trying to be that positive person for both of them when I could see that they would get down on themselves or something was bothering them. It's hard because we are professional athletes, and are we going to be criticized? Absolutely. We are going to be criticized. We know that. We understand that, but it's the way people go about it and it's how you do things. And I think it takes a toll on you. It takes a toll on you mentally. So just having people that has dealt with it in your corner and to see them winning, it makes me happy. And I'm just blessed that we were able to come out on top.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Last few, we'll go Jazz.
Hey, it's Jazz from Her Game Network. Congratulations.
Thanks.
You a two-time champ now. How has that, from your rookie season until now, like what's the difference in how you from Asia, learning from Asia and Candace, like what have you learned and how are you feeling?
I've learned so much from them. I mean, I've learned how to be a leader, how to lead by example, and how to. I think what I took most from Asia this year is just her poise. Like, even in game 3 when we were at Phoenix, game 3 at Phoenix, um, and they went on that crazy run and they were making a comeback. Like if you paid attention to Asia's face, her face didn't change. Like she was locked in and she just so poised. And I think I could take a page out of her book from that and just being able to stay steady, I would say. She don't really get too high or too low. And also just how positive she is within her teammates. Like no matter what's going on, no matter who, what, when, how, she's always there uplifting, being positive, but also being honest and making sure that we are giving our all too. And from Candace, I would say she just had that winner mentality. Like I learned, I would watch her before practice, like her routines and how she would do things, and just learning from her was a blessing too. But just, I mean, those are two goats right there. So.
And then how have you seen your confidence in decision making grow just being under this ACES system?
I mean, learning from Chelsea Gray, you have no choice but to get better with that. I think what I've learned a lot from her is how she sees the play ahead of time before it happens, develop before it happened, and how she sells things with her eyes. And just her patience too. I think sometimes my speed sometimes can get me in trouble because I just go at that one speed. Just being able to stop and go and play at different tempos and then at a different pace so people can't track me. And I think my pocket passes has grown a lot. I think one thing that I would say I definitely took from last year is just being able to get my poster ball and how to get them the ball, where to get them the ball, and stuff like that. I think that my decision making has gotten better, and that comes with poise and patience.
Thank you.
Donetta?
Congrats again, Dana. 2 questions, if I can. We've heard you talk a lot about happiness and peace with your father. Do you feel like your journey with this ACES organization has helped to recenter you to your place of peace?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Just a breath of fresh air from the fans to the staff to everything. Is just it's refreshing and it's a blessing. But they have definitely helped with peace here for sure.
And then lastly, knowing some of the negative narratives that was created about you coming out of Chicago, does this championship feel more mentally satisfying for you?
It does. It does. It feels so good. I'm blessed. I don't want to feed too much into that either. It didn't work out, and it is what it is, but it does feel good.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Jordan?
Hey, Dana, Jordan from Television Network. Congrats on winning your second championship. So I remember last year during your exit interview, you talked about your parents being a huge support for you when it came to the outside noise, and that your dad said everything happens for a reason. So just to talk a little bit more about how you had their support as you embarked on this new journey in your career, playing under a different system, and just eventually coming out with the win.
Mm-hmm. I would say another thing that I think is big for athletes is don't listen to people that don't know the game of basketball. I think that goes a big part into the mental health part, into the trolling or whatever that may be. But also just staying close with the people that you love and the people that you know care about you and are genuine with you. Keep them close, keep them tight. Um, well, can you ask that one more time for me?
It was really just one question. Just talk about how did your parents support you through with this new journey, being on a new team, being under a new system, learning from all these different championship vets, and how you guys came up with the win.
Okay. My parents are so supportive. They came out here a couple times. They were in Phoenix, and they just kept me level-headed and made sure I know that I'm here for a reason. And again, God does not make mistakes, and I had to go through that season. I feel like last year really helped me mentally. I was just talking about that mentally and how nothing can break me. And again, I had to go through that season, and now I feel like I'm so much better mentally from that.
Thank you.
Last question, Nikias.
Oh, hi again, Dana. Want to circle back to Media Day. I asked you once you joined Vegas if you're going to be making any Lolo's trips. So, what is your ideal Lolo's order?
My ideal Lolo's order is I like the catfish and chicken. So I go one piece of catfish, chicken, and then I like the mac and cheese, greens, and cornbread with the blue Kool-Aid drink. You got to get the Kool-Aid drink with it.
Got you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Dana.
Whatever the team needed. So what was that balance like, and how do you evaluate the year?
I mean, I don't know another way to say this besides being blunt, but like social media is terrible, and it's really hard to feel good about yourself when you have people constantly just tearing you down. You know, fans or not fans. Social media is great because you can be connected to everyone, but I think it just lets people kind of just like talk out their ass too much. And so that was really frustrating. So for me, I had to just take a break and just control what I can control, right? Like I can't control what anyone else says or what they do or what they say, but I know how I can respond and how I can react to that. So that was kind of my focus, and just really leaning into my family. That was really big for me. They're always in my corner. And yeah, I really need this mental reset. But as far as like my role, like I said, I love to win. I love to win a lot, and whatever the team needs me to do, I'll definitely do it. As you know, not a big issue if I'm playing 0 minutes, playing 38 minutes. You know, I want to be part of a team, and I think one thing that people really don't see is how much work goes in to like our practices, our film sessions, or they don't see my role necessarily. They see that I'm not on the court, right? They see I'm not in the games, but they don't know I'm talking to Liz, I'm talking to Asia, I'm trying to be in their ear. Like there's so much more to a basketball team than just the players on the court. And sometimes it's frustrating when you aren't able to like express that. But yeah, that's just kind of my mindset. And like I said, whatever I need to do to help my team win, I'm definitely gonna do it.
Thank you so much.
Janetta?
Yeah, again, congratulations. Just talking about the whole mental health thing. We're coming off World Mental Health Day. As an athlete who you said this probably was one of the most hardest mental seasons for you, how do you keep your mental in check that you don't basically crash out?
I talk to my family a lot, talk to my friends. I definitely definitely be crashing out to my friends. A lot of my friends are also athletes, so they kind of understand how it goes. But you know, I always try to, if I want to crash out, I just take a deep breath, count to, 1, 2, 3, inhale, exhale, and then I just think back to my parents. They raised me very, very well. Shout out to them, Julie and Greg, love y'all. But I also want to be respectful, and I not saying like my reputation is this or that, but I don't want to be known as a crash out. Like I think life is bigger than basketball, and I know I have a few years left to play, God willing. And I don't want to have crash out kind of like labeled on me, like for my next career, next steps after basketball.
Thank you.
Cassandra? Cassandra, are you there? Going once. Okay, thank you, Kia.
All right.
Yeah, okay. Do we have any? Okay, there they are. Callie, kick us off.
KB, a theme in these exit interviews has been being counted out and also outside noise. And I'm wondering, obviously you've been active on social media since
Yes, ma'am.
you clinched the championship, but I'm wondering how much of the outside noise actually reached the team during the season? Or is it now that you're just now reading the things?
No, we didn't. We read it all year. I mean, we just didn't say anything because we're in a season. We have things to work on. We have we weren't always the best. Like we got here because we still believed in each other. We actually we heard the noise, but we didn't interact with the noise. And now that we won, it's like, well, what are you gonna say now? And like you can say whatever you want, but we're the WBA champions. And so I think a lot of people or teammates, I would say, definitely seen the noise. And we definitely have them screenshotted and bookmarked. So it's not like we didn't see it. It was just more of like, this is gonna fuel us to, go out there and do our job. And it just in the championship. And so I will say we definitely heard the noise. I would say me personally, I definitely heard the noise. And I definitely screenshotted and bookmarked a lot of things. So I mean, we just stuck together, man. I mean, elevator noise is gonna be elevator noise, but you got to turn it down and be able to lock in, and that's what we did. So I'm very proud of this group.
Love it. And then I have to ask you, did you just have your exit interview also with Becky and everyone? Okay, so you just got that done. I'm wondering, based on that, like, what do you kind of your takeaways from what you accomplished this year, but also like your priorities for the off season and what that'll look like.
Obviously, I mean, I was telling him a little bit. My agent usually reaches out like, a month or two later, like to see if it was like anything overseas that I can do before AU. But I definitely talked to Jackie really the most. She was like, I want you to come work with me in the off season. And so I think that I'm gonna like go home for a little bit, come back, work until AU. Because I think Jackie's just somebody that obviously I look up to, one of my good friends and a great teammate. And I think just watching her work ethic and watching how she does things and how she operates, I think it'll be really good for me to follow her lead. And so I think working with her in the off season until AU, obviously. But yeah, I really just want to get in the gym with her, see, her perspective of things, see how she works on what she does and how she's so fit and so just good as hell. Like she's damn near just one of the best players that I've ever played with. So I think it's just gonna be good to, follow her lead. But other than that, yeah, AU. And my takeaways with Becky and them was just more of like take care of my mind and my heart first, because obviously I went through a lot this year. And so really just, harping on my family, taking care of myself and, just making sure that I can get back to who I am. And so I'm just happy. Like honestly, these are happy tears. I really did go through a lot, but I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to be a champ. And so I gotta take care of my heart and my mind first. So
Thank you, and I'm sorry for your losses this year.
I appreciate it.
Nikai.
Hi, KB. Congratulations again. Wanted to ask, which area of your game are you most proud of from this season?
My game, I wouldn't say I'm more proud of my game. I think I'm really more proud of staying ready. I mean, I didn't know I was gonna start damn near half the season. So I think really just making sure that I stay ready, and doing what the team needed. I've talked to Asia one-on-one, Jackie one-on-one, Chelsea. I mean, everybody. Shit, start going from not really playing to starting for 17 games. It's really unbelievable. But that's you got to do that when you play basketball. You got to be professional. You have to stay ready. And I think I'm really proud of myself for staying locked in, shutting the outside noise down, and just going out there and being who I am. And so yeah.
Got you. Last one for me, as you mentioned, jumping into the starting lineup. It felt like you were a very underrated part of Vegas's defensive turnaround with some of the matchups you had to take on in particular. As part of staying ready, did your preparation have to change based on who you were being tasked to guard and kind of the tweaks to the system?
Yeah, I mean, watching more film, really, asking more questions, really more than anything. But honestly, just picking people's brains. I mean, the starters like Asia, Chelsea, I mean, they've been in this position for years now. And so, just asking them like, what's your routines? How do you stay ready? What are some of the things that you guys take away? You guys add to your game plan? And so I really just picking their brains. But yeah, I mean, obviously it did change a little bit. Some certain things that I would eat before games. So I was like, yeah, I can't do this. I'm about to be starting, so let me not do that. But yeah, I mean, yeah, your game routine does have to change. Your rest, you have to get proper rest. And so I was really taking that serious, honestly. I'm like, I don't want Asia and them yelling at me and telling me that I'm not doing my job. So I just always just try to prepare myself and just stay ready. So yeah.
Got you. Appreciate you as always, KB.
Thank you.
Last one, Donetta.
Congrats, KB. Two questions, if I can. What do you do to mentally unplug from the game of basketball? We see you stay outside in your off time. What do you do to unplug from the game of basketball that you're not, so hard on yourself, you're not so honed in all the time, but you need that release mentally for yourself?
I haven't really, tapped back into it yet just because we've been working on winning that championship. But Legos is definitely something that I do. I take pride in because it's a hard. People don't understand Legos are very, very hard. But it takes a different type of like use of your brain to really get it done. And I have some, finished projects. For example, I have the Home Alone house done. We're working on the Titanic. But Legos is definitely something that I can do to, step away from, social media, just family in general. If I don't even feel like talking, I'll just go do Legos for a couple of hours, and then come back to real life. But I think Legos is my favorite thing to do to step away. So
Nice. And is this championship more personally fulfilled for you, knowing everything that you had to go through, losing your dad, having him, I'm sure, speak to you and enjoy the moment for this? Is it more personally fulfilling for you this championship around?
I will say so. Yeah, I think this championship definitely means the most just because of everything that I had to face throughout the beginning of the year. People don't even know, like, I lost my uncle, my childhood friend. Like, I lost more than just my dad. And so I mean, just taking this all in, honestly. I mean, from how we started to how we finished, I mean, nobody would expect us to be here. Nobody expected us to be champions. And so I think this one just means a lot because of everything that we've had to go through as a team. Everybody has their own personal stories. I don't have my own, everybody else has their stories as well. And so I think that just makes us special. We never folded on each other. We never separated. We all just honed in and told us we're gonna have to figure it out. And so that's what we did. And I'm just so happy for this group, dog. Like everybody went through their own personal things and we still stuck together no matter what and got the end result, and that's a champion. So
Congratulations. See you at Dre's.
thank you. Yes, you will.
Sorry.
Okay.
One question each, Cassandra and then Callie.
Hi, KB. Congratulations on the championship, but also congratulations on how you persevered through everything this season for you personally. You started 17 games, first time ever in your career. How did that change how you see yourself as a basketball player?
How do I see myself as a basketball player? I mean, I don't know. I mean, basketball is just all about roles. You know your role. You have to be perfect at it. You have to, execute. And I think that's what I really did well is just playing my role. I mean, I'm not Asia Wilson. I can't go out there and score 40 every goddamn game, but I can go out there and I can go rebound and I can go cut and I can go make my teammates better. And I think that's what made me stand out is that people think, oh, well, she's not scoring. Well, I'm making other decisions to help us win. So it doesn't really matter if I'm scoring, but I'm going in there getting sneaky rebounds, or I'm going in there and doing little things like if I'm cutting, or even if I'm just passing the ball for unnecessary reasons. Like things like that matter. And I don't think like real basketball fans know, like, yes, KB didn't do, as much, but she did enough to help the team. And so I think that's what really I'm proud of the most, honestly. I mean, I'm still shocked that I was still starting, girl. Shit.
Yeah, appreciate you. Thank you.
Last question, Callie.
I just need to close it with some real investigative journalism, which is how did you tweet so quickly after games, especially towards the end of the season? Like you're on the court, you're starting, then all of a sudden there's a tweet on the.
Kelly, like, why are you telling my business? Nobody needs to know that. Like, nobody needs to know how I was getting there so fast. But honestly, after I see people's tweets, like, how was KB getting there so fast? After we won, I said, let me go get my phone. Start running. But no, honestly, I didn't go to the locker room. I mean, especially when we're away, I don't have much family that comes. So I don't really have people to talk to. So I'm like, well, I'm gonna go back to the locker room. I don't know about y'all. And so yeah, I just get on my phone, make tweets. But yeah, I've had fun doing it. And so I love that anybody they've been engaging in it. And so yeah, I mean, I just put my burners on it and hit the locker room. So
Got it. Thank you so much.